joining us on the phone is his trainer, Stephen Marsh. Stephen, great to have this opportunity to have a crack at a Melbourne Cup. Are you trackside for this?
Yeah, certainly am. Yeah, got over here Thursday night, so yeah, really looking forward to it. Quite exciting to get automatic entry to a cup, wouldn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. You've had a couple of luckless runs over there so far. How's the horse doing?
Horse was really good. Look, you'd forget he went round first time. Then he just didn't really enjoy the wettish track at Caulfield. He came off a bit badly before they straightened, but then really hit the line good and was in front about sort of 50 metres past the post. He's going to get a beautiful track today. The weather's good. I can't fault him at all. I thought he's going really good. I don't know why he's 41 to 1. I don't know if I've missed something, but I didn't think he deserved to be that long, to be honest.
Well, liking that. He's a horse who's always shown that he's got that staying potential, and today he's stepping up to a distance that really should be up his alley, isn't it?
I think so. You know, with those a couple of runs now under his belt here, he should just relax beautifully. I thought barrier 6 was perfect. We'll just let Mick put him wherever he likes, just put him to sleep, and back to Flemington looks ideal for him. Lovely big track. There's a lot of things in his favour, and it's a good field, but to be honest, he's not going to get an easier chance to qualify for a cup or to be winning a $400,000 race like this.
Absolutely. How's the Melbourne media? Is there any interest in Fila?
No, I think they've forgotten about us. There's just no talk of him whatsoever. He's sort of the forgotten horse. I mean, the form around him's all good. I mean, even, I know he won the Hawke's Bay Cup by a nose, but, Igrain's come out and been beaten the neck in a Group 3 in Brisbane in a nice field. I don't think he deserves to be dropped like he has.
Okay, a bit of family Melbourne Cup history. It'd be nice to have a runner, especially if the old man won one back in the day.
Be very nice, wouldn't it? It'd be nice to join him for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah. Just before we leave him, barrier 6. You've been fairly positive in recent starts tactically. Is that the same again today?
We'll just ride him with a bit of an open mind. He'll jump. He'll probably put himself midfield-ish, somewhere around there. It's just all about 2,800. I just think giving him the most economical run and putting him to sleep for sort of 90% of the race, and wherever he lands, we'll be happy. But it'll be about midfield-ish.
Okay, go well there. What about back home? You kick off the day with Campari in the second. Terrific win last time out. Hasn't been that kind to you this draw, although with a couple of scratchings, not as bad as what it might have been.
No, certainly not as bad. When the 11 marble came out, it wasn't ideal, but now into barrier 8, which is good. She'll jump, she'll put herself. We'll ride her with a bit of an open mind now that she's sort of drawn that 8 barrier, and it's only 8 horses. But she looks a very good chance. Probably should rather a dead 5, dead 6, but the track should be still nice by then. And she's a classy mare. She's got a race record in Warwick Farm, a couple of starts ago in Sydney. So, no, she's a classic now.
Exactly, and Ratani, who goes around in the 4th, was obviously very good and behind Campari this day as well. They're both sort of progressing at the sort of right parts for the campaign for today to be competitive, you'd think too, wouldn't you, Stephen?
Yeah, the mile really suits Ratani. She's drawn perfectly. Again, she'd probably rather a slow track, but dead 4 she should be fine. She'll be just put to sleep and behind the speed, and she does look a really nice chance on that for sure.
You've got King's Cross in that race as well. What do we make of the form there?
Yeah, into barrier 7, he's had a little freshen up since his last run. He hasn't had a lot go his way. He's actually had a lot of bad luck. Opie on today, he's probably the one to crank up the sort of trifecta's first horse. He's a smart horse, and the mile, he loves right-handed, and he does race well at Ellerslie. So, yeah, he's one for odds to spice things up.
I might just take you back a race too, Stephen, into the 3rd with Mark 2. There was just something about that last up run that got me, and we know how good she was as a 3-year-old. What are your expectations today?
Yeah, look at her form, and you wouldn't have her. But back up to 2,200, did for a couple of runs under her belt this time, and I really think she can bounce back to form. She's a classy mare. Her final gallop was on this day, and I thought it looked like she's getting back to where we once had her. So I think today's the day you can follow her again, and I think she's the big improver.
Okay, you've got Dracanto and Bevan Street in the 6th. Let's move you on to the 7th, where you've got Mediterranean Star and Pokuru Wild. Both of those seem to be coming in with decent chances as well. What are you making of their chances?
Yeah, draws average. Mediterranean Star will be true 19. He's into 11. He's going to need a bit of luck from there, but really happy with the way he trolled up leading into this.
Yeah.
Pokuru Wild, her form's been very good. I do think she'll be better off. She's since last start. We probably get her off 1400, sort of taking up time in, but we'll still give a bit of chance.
Yeah, it's just a horror draw for Mediterranean Star out there. But like you say, we're just looking at the trial, Stephen, and it really wasn't a nice run. Come on okay since then?
Come on really well since then. Fault him, but he's one of those sort of horses. Would love to see him draw an inside gate where he can just sort of perch up and behind the speed and have every chance. We're sort of in a bit of no man's land, and it does make it hard at the 1200, drawn out in 11 for sure. Okay,
and your last runner for the day is Humoresque in the last of the 8. What do you think of that?
Like her, she's had one start, one win. We've taken our time with her. She's a lovely big mare. We'll just ride her just wherever she lands from barrier 9, and probably a pretty decent odds. She's you wouldn't leave her out. She's a horse you can follow through the sort of early winter months.
Okay, which one are you steering us towards at Ellerslie, Stephen?
I think we should get off on the right foot in race 2 with Campari. I think she's definitely our best of the day, and probably a bit of each way around Mark 2.
Okay, liking that, and obviously Philo, we're going to take the big money today as well in the Andrew Ramsden.
It'd be very nice if we could, but I think we're certainly a more than a runner's chance.
Excellent. Thanks for joining us, Stephen. Best of luck with your runners on both sides of the Tasman, and it'd be great to see you securing a Melbourne Cup spot as well. Really big team for Stephen Marsh here at Ellerslie today, and the stable really flying this season as well, up there in top 5 as it's been through most of the season on the Premiership as well.